I being 30, it feels weird because nothing's changed, man. I remember being like 15, 16, like, oh, I turned 30, it's all mad and whatnot. So yeah, man, you lot have been on to me to, do another DG thoughts. I like to do this because it's a bit reflective and things like that, man. It sounds a bit surreal, man. I know my older heads are probably listening like, this brother is tweaking, man's 30 and he's moving mad. Some of you say, right, it doesn't look a day over, whatever. What can I say? Babyface, killer, 30, 30. I'm, again, sexiest YouTuber, most handsomest YouTuber, most longest man in London. I'm so sick with it. But on a serious note, like, obviously, like, I'm quite a reflective person. I try and reflect every morning and every day. I try and reflect at, I've started actually last year, like, obviously, ironically, it's my birthday. So it's the best kind of way of looking at it. Like, we're not the fourth quarter, but like, we're in the first kind of quarter of the year. So I try and do weekly, daily reviews, try and like split out goals and all of those kind of things. So I'm quite a reflective person, anyways. But then obviously, you look at 30 years of age, like, how long would I say I've been an adult? I know, I think where we come from, you've got to grow up fast. I know you could be 18. Well, you are an adult when you're 18 to 21, depending on the country you're in. You can buy alcohol, you can do all of that, but your mind ain't really developed. You ain't really, obviously, you ain't really had a well-rounded view of life in general, been in different scenarios away from your home environment, mixed with different people, all of those kind of things, people. And it's a weird one because I would say what probably, if we're judging it from that, so it's probably been 9 years in it. It's actually weird on a side note because what you lot, some of you, well, you've grown up with, man, in it. You've seen the different backgrounds. Trust me, by the start of next season, this is all going to be patterned. Just bear with the guys. Smash the like button as well. But you lot have seen me, you lot have grown up with me from the days of the pigeons in the back, in the park, and different backgrounds and different kind of content and different kind of collabs and all of that kind of stuff, people. So yeah, it's a weird one, man. I would say just in general, I don't think anything is to do with the fact that it's my birthday today or anything, but I just feel I'm at that stage in my life where I have clarity. The world is filled with uncertainty. You could be friends with someone today, they snake you tomorrow. You could be in a romantic relationship and it's gone. Shift happens, keyword in it. Shit happens, but shift happens in it. And I'm kind of comfortable with the uncertainty of life. Like I do think I'm a not even crazy, but a bit crazy. Like I always say to myself, especially in dark moments, like because obviously I've had to juggle a lot, like I've been up and down financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, anything you name it. And I always say, we're gonna die anyways. And I'm not saying that to be like dark or anything, but we're gonna die anyway. So in the grand scheme of things, none of it and this is why you have to, well, for me, I want to aspire to live the life I want so that when the big man calls and says, yo, it's your time, funeral settings for you, I can say, I tried. Like we're all gonna die anyways. Like I can't. It doesn't matter how little I have or how much I have. I can't take that with me. We're gonna die anyways. The world was going before me. The world's gonna be after me. In the grand scheme of things, nothing really kind of matters. So it's almost like we're gonna die anyways. Why don't we try stuff? And I am proud of that. Actually, I feel I'm comfortable being outside my comfort zone. Like I do think comfort is a killer. Like in even little things, like I might go to a sports event, for example, and obviously you mix and you mingle and you talk, but I might not necessarily be in the mood for that. Indirectly, I'm doing something that's comfortable to me, so I might just go and have a general chit chat with someone and do those kind of things, people. So I'm kind of comfortable with the uncertainty in life and all of that. Like I'm at a stage where I'm quite crystal clear. Like I think obviously everybody lives life, everyone's got things to do, but I also think life's simple. If people want to do things or whatnot, they would, in it. And you can't take things to heart in general. That's something in my early days I definitely did in it, like in my life. Like because if I you need to know there's a reason why people are doing stuff. Stuff doesn't always happen on your time, etc., etc. So, and I also feel life is like it's simple in that regards. Like if people wanted to do something for you, they would. So it's either you need to give them a compelling reason or you need to move on. Either way, don't take it to heart. You can't take someone, like everybody's, like time is a currency we've all forced to spend. You can't save time. You can manage it. You can cut corners in a positive way. You can manage your time, but it's a sand clock. Like literally, we're dying right now. Is That's the reality, man. So I would say I'm comfortable with that, man. I would say as well, as much as I feel people can be quite, and I'm just speaking in life, like people can be snaky, people will give with one hand, take with another. Everyone's got ulterior motives, etc. Equally, it's quite beautiful because there's a lot of people that I've met throughout, especially with YouTube, from different scenarios and all of those kind of things. And it's almost like they're equally, for all of that could be defined as negatives. There's also a lot of positives, man. Like there's some good people out there. I've said for me as well, like I would also say on that is you can learn from everyone. Like you've got to be able to separate a message from a messenger. I might not agree with something somebody's saying, whether that's politics, football, whatever, but they might say a little nugget that gives me food for thought. So you can, it's not only you who knows kind of thing. So I would say I've got way more clarity than I've ever had in my romantic life, financial life, physical life, YouTube life, me as a person. Obviously, I believe in testing yourself. Like these, it's really come to a head in the last 2 years, summed up with today. But I've really tried to discover myself. Like, what do I like? What don't I like? How can I be outside my comfort zone? How can I connect with nature? I promise you, these little things will make you feel better. Going for a walk, sitting down in a park, these little, like, really, it's all in your daily routines, isn't it? Like, I would say it's almost like the days are long, but the years are quick, in it. Like, it feels like I've blinked and I've turned 30. So I'd say it's everything you do in your day and your daily routine. I'd say I'm definitely can't sit and say I'm the most disciplined, but discipline will really set you free in it. Discipline in everything you do, in every sort of thing. Like me, I try to maintain high standards for everything I do. When you leave, when discipline leaves you, you get complacent, and complacency can be a big killer in it. Is what I would say. So I'd say I've got more clarity than I've ever had. I'm comfortable being outside my comfort zone. Nobody wants to go through hard times or anything, but I've gone through a lot in my life and I'm still here. So it's almost like, not that I'm Superman, but I feel like I can do anything and take on anything. And as long as I've got two hands and I've got my five senses and I've got quote unquote health, by God's grace, that continues, I feel like I can do anything in this life, man. I feel weird because if you told me, well, to be fair, I don't even know how it matches up. I don't think I started YouTube at 20, but if you told me at the start of this tenure to now that at 30, I'd have met Smith Rowe, David Ornstein, Talksport, 65,000 odd subscribers, bless up to you lot, like 7,000 on Twitch, all of these kind of little things that I've done, SJA nomination, I would like to win an award, but it's even awards, like none of this stuff matters. Like when you're young, you kind of want that, but I don't really care about it. Was nice to be nominated, but I don't really care about it because it's not the titles that honor men, it's men that honor titles, in a sense of, if I was a manager and I won the Premier League trophy, the Premier League trophy is great, but it's me that's gonna tell people, yo, Premier League winner, Sadiji, etc., etc. So I just find all of that stuff superficial. I just feel I understand myself a lot more. And I think actually that helps with YouTube because I always make a case of you can't live by the positive or negative comments. You get it, people. So I'd say I'm comfortable with myself. I'm confident in myself. I know myself. And I think everyone should actually, my core levels. Obviously, there's an element of having to conform to society and all of that kind of stuff. But I know myself in it. Like, and I think everybody kind of deserves that. And what else have we got? I actually writ a couple of stuff down, people. I've touched on discipline. Discipline, man, because you can't. I've one thing I've learned: you can't be a slave to pleasure, in it. Like I'm a lot better at it now. But pardon me, I always say to myself, like, you try to have it all in it. Like, I will try to, like, let's just say there's 24 hours in a day, and my friends say there's a party or whatever historically through my life. I will graft that day, do what I need to do, and still try to go to the party or whatever. You can't do both of them in it, like all the time. So I would say you can't be a slave to pleasure or your pleasures. Like some of you love to smoke, some of you love to drink, some of you got these things in isolation, cool. But some of you give in to those urges. Like you have to be able to say no to these kind of things daily, people. I would also say the beautiful thing in the end, nobody cares, nobody cares. Like nobody cares until they have a reason to. And even if I use myself, like, and this is why I appreciate all the support that I get, all the love. Anyone that's ever tried to put me in some sort of position or done anything, whether it's been coming on my platform or whatever, because no one has to do that. Nobody cares. Everybody's got their own thing to do. That's why I look at it as, with what I just said, the fact that you know this, consider this, and you still wanted to help me. I can't put into words what that feels like, people. It's a bit weird because like strangers and them kind of things, it's like they've done more, or it's like strangers will help you more than people kind of thing. And I think it's quite fickle in that sense that nobody cares till everyone cares. Like even when I have a couple of things that I've done, and you put it on Instagram, and it's a good little. I only really do that because I feel like we're a football team. So when we've got something of that ilk, it's something to kind of like, hey, loss up. But even people that like, and I'm not mad, it is what it is. The game's the game. But people that dissed it, it's like you're saying, it's like, let's just say I won a mobile. Like people that didn't want to work with me or slewed me or didn't believe in it or whatever, they're gonna do all this well done thing. And I get it. The game's the game, but I don't know whether you care, whether you now be given a compelling reason to care. I don't know if you're just showing love because everyone is, because like even even like people in my private life, like I see their comments all the time. They're like, "One love, keep doing your thing." Even they see me like, "You didn't, bro. You allow it in it." But that's to be expected, and I don't judge you same way. Like I don't hold no malice to you for that because I've also learned you've got to accept, and this is something I've really struggled with in my personal life. Like I'm that friend that will try and bring everybody, will try and be like the captain kind of thing. I want everyone to like on an Arsene Wenger thing at Arsenal. But at some point, you have to just accept things for what they are. Like perception is good and bad. And I'd say that as well. Like I think we're always focused on more and what we don't have and stuff. But then you have to be thankful for what you have and truly be grateful, man. Like honestly, I know it sounds cliche, but when I wake up, I genuinely pray. I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm awake. Obviously there's things you want to do and whatnot, but just even the small things and you start to feel better. Perception, I feel, is half the battle because I know it's an extreme thing, but let's just say I got no money in my account, I'm homeless, yeah, or whatever, yeah. It's crazy, it's mad. And it's an extreme one, but it's perception. Like, how do you get out of that? Like, that's got to be the first kind of thing. I'd say perception is key, really and truly. And it's how you think. It's what you think. It's how you think. It's what you tell yourself. It's how you speak to yourself, and all of those kind of things. Like, even if you keep like a lot of people are cruel to you shouldn't be cruel in it, but I do think a lot of people I try and be kind to the world and cruel to myself. And I mean cruel to myself in that where you want to get to. You might be ducking doing hard work and stuff, but at the same time, I think you've got to be nice to yourself. You've got to keep telling yourself good things. Like, obviously it's an extreme example, but Muhammad Ali was saying he was the greatest. Mayweather was saying I'm the greatest. All these things before they did what they were doing because they had to believe in themselves. And I can't accept dying or living or dying by anyone's opinions, which obviously the more of you, well, YouTube's weird because there's people that subscribe to me. I see them, the hating comments. You subscribe for 5 years, but you still chatting shit. But fair enough, innit? How you can't look for validation. It's nobody can decide your life but you. They can defo stop things. They can defo delay things. They can defo whatever. But if you refuse to lose, it might not happen now. It might not happen in 20 years. It might not even happen. But that process will. There's certain things that you will take from it, innit? So I'd say that I don't even. Well, this is just DG thoughts in it, so we've gone on a tangent. So I would say that like you got to be kind to yourself, man. Like you really do, man. Like you got even if you don't believe it, you got to tell yourself, I'm gonna do it. I'm proud of myself. I can do this. Because that starts to indirectly change your thoughts, people. And again, them small differences will make the major kind of things. What else have we got? Um, Life is a cliche, Like I've realized this. Well, all them like I don't even have any examples, but you see all them simple sayings in life. Like I'd like all them simple sayings. I think if you were to type in all those philosophical quotes, life's in the cliches. A lot of them things are actually right. If I'm honest with you, you've got to protect your energy as well. Protect your energy, man. Like if you hang around negative people, you're gonna start feeling negative. If you hang around people that are fairly positive, that doesn't mean just burying your head in the fairies and whatnot. You're gonna be like that. You're going to be a result of people you kind of chill with. So I'd say protect your energy. It also isn't over until it's over. No matter how peak it gets, no matter what, until you actually say I give up. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It's not over, people. I also feel you've got to grow. You've got to grow, evolve, or ultimately die. A lot of people are alive, are living, but they're not alive. If you don't keep learning about yourself, keep learning skills, keep developing different thinking, all of that kind of, and that's what I'm trying to do. My major thing is before I die, I need to reach all of my potential. I don't want to be one of them brothers that had potential to do something and didn't do it. And I want to prove it to myself because even that life is crazy. Like again, big up Talksport, for example, for the 1, 2, selection gigs I get. I appreciate it. But if you when was my first one? Maybe like November, December, like end of 2024, right? If you told me 3, 4 months, because I was going through some shit, 3, 4 months before that would have happened, and all of the stuff that we've seen up until this point, I said just smoking budge, really and truly. And then it is what it is. And I also think if you do things differently, sometimes you get different results, if I'm honest with you. I'd also say you got to live in the present. The past is the past. Like you've got to learn to let go. Like I wouldn't say I forgive everyone in it because people can get crashed, but we're not going to take it there. But you got to let go, man. Anyone that's ever done me dirty, anyone that thinks ever done some foul shit, anyone that you might have stopped talking with on good time, just let it go in it. Like just let it go and immerse yourself in the present. Like immerse yourself in the present. Like the future definitely brings anxiety to everyone. The past brings regret, but there's no time like the present. You've got to live and breathe in the current present moment, people. And I truly believe that. So I would say don't sweat the kind of small stuff. What else have we got? Learn to let go. As I've said, learn to let go. seek people. It sounds dumb, but I want to be the dumbest person in the room. Like, listen more, you know. Like, one thing I've done is like, I've always shut up, like, especially around strangers. I won't talk too tough in it because you got two of these, one of these. God gave you that ratio for a reason. But people listen, but they don't listen. I listen to people. Like, you've got to listen. I think anyone can say anything. Like, even a lot of you, I know how to make content, but in terms of modeling things and doing things, some of you like will held me up in the street, in which I'm appreciative. We have a little chit chat about Arsenal. They might say, "Oh yeah, why don't you do this? You can go on ChatGPT and do that." You learn things in it. So I would say that, man. It's a weird feeling at turning 30, but I just feel like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like Cristiano Ronaldo in '06. Like, he had a good season. He obviously went off and the Rooney thing happened. At that point, he's gone from having potential to kind of being someone, and then it's just down to him now. I don't think I'm quite at that stage, but that's how I feel like, man. Like, I feel like, you see when Wenger says at 23 as a footballer, you know your job. Like, you look at Bukayo Saka and Saliba. Saliba's been on some loans, all of these things. Now he's at Arsenal, established himself. Saka's been left back, all of the good and bad and the ugly. He's established himself. He knows, forget ability, he knows his job. He knows who he is. He knows, some people are going to forever hate him or like him, and you can't live or die by that. That's where I think I'm at in my life at this moment in time, if that makes sense. So, yeah, man, like 20s flew by, 30s have to be lit. And it's crazy, depending on who you speak to. A lot of people say your 30s is where it all begins. Some say it's all like downhill after that. And again, there could be some things in life is downhill. Can I learn some things? I'm not really with that. I think, boy, no matter how long I'm living in this world, everything needs to get better. So I'm proud of myself, man. Comment, like, my 20s was mad. Like, I would say in my 20s, I'm sure my brethren will probably say some other stuff, but I think the only thing I did, like the two good things I did, I started three good things. I think I started doing more for myself and less for other people. I would also say you starting YouTube 100%, probably the best thing ever. And discipline slash being more spiritual, man. Whether it's spiritual, religious, like, I just feel like I've got a better relate. Like, obviously, for those that are quote unquote religious or not, like, you can't always say you're praying to God when things go bad or you want something, then you might, but like, kind of doing that because it makes me feel better. Gym, praying, discipline, routine, but you can't get stuck in a routine. These things make me feel better. So, yeah, man, that was a decade, man. But yeah, by the time I'm 40, I hope I'm lit. The only thing I'm pissed off about is, boy, like, shit, no facial hair, really and truly. But yeah, man, and what I would say is, lastly, man, big up to you lot, because without you lot, we wouldn't be in here. So I appreciate you lot. We're going to keep going, man. But let me get out of here, man.
As always,